Welcome Capricorn to your weekly reading. This is for the 5th to the 12th of January. We are going to go ahead and see all the possible energies and messages coming through for you for this week. Capricorn, I'm going to start off by looking at the possible energy beginning the week. We'll then move on to your possible challenges. Thirdly, we will look at messages and advice from Spirit. And finally, the possible outcome of the week. Let's go ahead now and get your oracle card message for this week. And you have fork in the road. Capricorn, this is a collective reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Capricorn, when fork in the road comes through, it speaks to us of a time to make a decision, considering the consequences as you prepare to act, owning up to your obligation to make a necessary choice. So we know that somewhere, somehow this week, my dear Capricorns, you could be faced with that energy where you have to choose a particular direction or path to go down. I'm going to start off over here with Queen of Wands and the World, and we're looking at the possible energy beginning the week. Now Capricorn, you are coming through under this message presenting as Queen of Wands. It does not matter if you're masculine or feminine, it's the energy of Queen of Wands I'm speaking about. As Queen of Wands, I feel at the beginning of the week, you're going to be feeling really good. This is the energy of feeling on top of the world. You look good, you feel good, you've got a lot of energy, you are inspired, you're motivated, you could be going out and about and socializing. This also tells me, my dear Capricorns, that you're looking to the future, you're working on the ideas and plans you have, and you're not sitting back. You are already putting everything into motion. And this is a wonderful energy to work with at the beginning of a new month and, of course, a new year. With the World here, I do think many of you have very big ideas, Capricorn. And these ideas I don't believe you have shared with many people. Because what I'm seeing here is life-changing plans that you are looking at implementing. This could be, Capricorn, that you've got an idea to move, but it's not just a move to a new neighborhood. This is going to be a big move that impacts your life completely. Maybe it'll be moving to a completely different state or area, or it could be that you're even looking at moving countries. If this, say, perhaps is looking at changing your job, it's not just moving from one job to another. There's some kind of big change. So it could be that you're now in a big corporate company and you want to now move to work for an NGO. There's a change coming and it's going to impact your life in a very big way. I do see many of you working on this, planning for it, and you're quite excited about what this will bring. Let's move on now and see what your possible challenges are. And we have the Wheel of Fortune and Four of Swords. Now, Capricorn, we do see the energy of fork in the road coming through here. Now, Four of Swords tells me that there is a big decision to be made. And for some of you, it could be connected to what the world represents to you. And then again, This could be something completely different. I do see it's very connected to something to do with your heart. So this could be regarding a particular relationship or something that means a great deal to you. And I see with Four of Swords, you've given this a lot of thought, Capricorn. This is not something you've moved with quickly. Because it's so important to you, you don't want to make any rash decisions that you're going to regret later. And I see you spending a lot of time on your own, thinking about it, going through all the pros and cons, and doing the deep dive. This week, I see you coming out of Four of Swords and moving in to the Wheel of Fortune energy. You're going to put this particular change into motion. Now, Capricorn, I don't think this is traumatic. I don't think this is frightening, but I do think it's very important to you. So the kind of thing I'm seeing here is that you could be thinking, right, new year, am I going to put myself out there and start dating again? It could be that you've been with your partner for a long time and you've been wondering, what's the next move? Do I ask them to move in with me? Do I suggest we get married? So this is what I see you thinking deeply about. And now this week, I feel like you've come to some kind of finality. You're ready to pick your direction, because once we see the Wheel of Fortune coming through, we know that you're very confident about what you're about to choose. There's no second guessing yourself. There's no doubt. And once the wheel is in motion, I think, my dear Capricorns, you're going to move with it. You're going to flow with it. And you're going to bring in what you've given so much time and attention to. Let's move on now and see what Spirit would like to share with you. And we have Eight of Swords and the Empress. Spirit has a very clear message, my dear Capricorns. They are telling you that there might be moments this week and even perhaps a week or two down the line where you can go into this energy of Eight of Swords, especially when you're working with making decisions and bringing in big changes. And Spirit wants you to know that even if you do by chance go into Eight of Swords, because you might feel quite overwhelmed, it's such a big decision, I'm thinking of packing up my home and moving to a new state or a new country. What am I doing? Am I going to make a mistake? And when you start going down that spiral, you could come to a halt. Spirit wants you to know, just be aware that this could be a possibility and it's completely natural. If and when that energy does rise up, just know it happens only for a short moment in time when you just feel like everything's too big and too much. They want you to know that they feel that right now, with everything you are dealing with the decisions you are making and the roads you're choosing to go down, they see things working out exceptionally well for you. So just be aware of what might crop up and understand that it's just overwhelm. Take a deep breath, give yourself a few days to come to terms with it, because once we see the Empress here, Spirit tells you very beautifully, you're headed for abundance and prosperity. You're going to be in a position, my dear Capricorns, where you feel now your cornucopia flows over. That's how good this is going to get for you. So whether you choose to change careers midstream, whether you choose to put yourself out there and start dating again, whether you decide now you're going to commit to your partner and see where that goes, Spirit is encouraging you to move on it. As you can see, our Empress is looking on at the rest of the messages, sitting calmly, beautifully in a very abundant landscape. Spirit wants this for you and is just coming in with a message for some of my Capricorns who could be quite startled by the enormity of the change. Let's move on and see the possible energy ending the week. And you have 2 aces. Now, my dear Capricorns, to get 1 ace is exceptionally lucky. To get 2 aces under the same message tells us that this is going to be an exceptional week for you. What we do see here is the presence of the hand of God coming through twice. You are being told very beautifully that you are being given a blessed opportunity with this fork in the road. And one thing I must say, Capricorn, when you choose your direction, don't second guess yourself, don't doubt yourself, because whatever you decide is going to be the right thing for you. That road that you choose now is going to open you up to new experiences, new places, and new people. And this is the theme of your reading. There's a lot of movement coming through for you. You are entering into an abundant period. We have a second big confirmation coming through with the Empress and the Ace of Cups. Capricorn, I feel there is more than one area of your life that is going to be touched by the changes coming in. So even if you just make that first decision, say to change your career midstream, and you now want to leave the corporate world and do something that is more connected to your heart and not so pressurized, and say you start now working in a less pressurized job in a smaller company where it's much more relaxed and much more friendly. What Ace of Cups tells us is that not only will you be very happy in this new position, but you could meet wonderful people. Your social life could grow and expand. There could be opportunities for you to grow and expand within this company. Because it's a smaller company, you are encouraged to contribute with ideas and suggestions, and you might even want to learn new skills. And so we see that whatever you choose now just grows and expands in ways you probably have never thought of or even imagined. As I said, with the 2 aces coming through and this wonderful energy of you implementing and bringing about big changes, this is going to be a really good week for you, Capricorn. That's all I have for you right now. I hope you enjoyed your reading. I wish you the most wonderful week, and I am sending you all so much love.